Good morning.
Hey, yo, what the?
10K TV.
All right, welcome to another episode of 10K TV presented by 10,000 Takes. I'm your host, Adam Oz, joined always by my co-host, Kevin Olm, and producer Justin Luco, and producer Ryan over there in the actual producer's chair, where we cover all things NFC North with Kevin backing the Packers, Dustin supporting the Bears, and myself riding with the Vikings. Kevin, we are back to our normal schedule of shows. Why are you taking one of my shots?
Oh, that's yours?
Yeah, you don't have
You don't
any.
have. We just went over this.
Sorry, it's a habit.
You can do one if you want.
He just
I
starts
mean,
reaching
yeah, he's
for a
just
pickle
actively-
whiskey.
Yeah, he really wants this crocodile tears. So we're back to our normal programming. We have
What was different about last week?
we did midseason playoff.
Oh,
predictions. We
that's
didn't have
right.
awards,
Okay,
so we had
yeah.
awards back.
I was like, it was at the same time though. Okay, so I guess do we want to start with the shots and just get them out of the way?
Yeah.
Dustin, you want to take all three?
No, if I don't have to take any.
he,
I'm trying to catch up in this race right now.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. We finally will have a Hammered Heartbreak to talk about when we get to the preview. Okay, so we have some shots to do. We had two shot bets at stake last week. The first one had to do with a tight end bet, and it was another underwhelming bet.
Is TJ Hawkinson dead?
I don't know.
Like, what's happening?
I don't know. It's
Like, I won the bet, so I'm happy about it, but like,
because
he's just out there.
Yeah, Mark Andrews only had like 3 catches for like 15 yards, but one of them
But
was a touchdown.
that's the Mark Andrews
that's
special,
all that
baby.
mattered. Because I think Hawkinson had more yards, but
I mean, it was like 12 yards to 15
yeah,
yards.
it
like,
was
it
like
wasn't
but
a
one of them
lot.
being a touchdown. So good for Mark Andrews. So I'm doing one for that. And then the other one that you're doing one for, as well as I'm doing one for, is we did Jackson Dart versus Caleb Williams, full fantasy points with 6-point passing touchdowns. And, Dart looked like he had it in the bag, but he didn't want to play
he
the
sure
fourth
did.
quarter.
Yeah, because his brain broke.
Brain,
Apparently.
he checked for the 6th time for a concussion this year.
Yeah,
so.
he lives in that tent. So, all right, boys, let's. I'll do one.
I'm doing.
and
I
you
got
do your
two.
first one. Yeah.
All right.
Mm.
That's gross.
It's never not gross.
I don't taste anything gross over here. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, it must be nice. Must
Yeah,
be.
I think this might be the first week I haven't had to do a shot.
Are you
this
are
year.
you pro injury? Are you pro concussion?
he
over
is.
there?
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Well, so which game? We're gonna talk about the Vikings first. I'm guessing.
let's talk about since we're on dark. 'Cause I'm going to do this my other shot here. So let's start
Okay.
with the Bears Giants. I don't have a whole lot other to say than Dart getting knocked out of this game. Honestly, most likely swung it.
Yeah, it really felt like it did. I mean, it wasn't completely out of reach when that happened. But Dustin, were you watching this game?
I watched the like 10 minutes of it, and then I watched like the extended highlights.
Okay, so how did you feel about it as the resident Bears fan?
You know, so as it was happening, I did catch the end of it. So I at least got to see the interesting part.
You got to
'Cause
see the scramble.
Most of the game
Yeah.
seemed pretty boring.
yeah, it's a.
Which
I mean,
you kind
yeah.
of expect when you get the Bears and the Giants playing each other, but
I mean, the Giants have been fun at times. I would argue the Bears have kind
yeah,
of
but the
been
Giants
fun at
haven't been
times.
fun since Scatabo went out,
Yeah,
and you know they don't really have. I mean, Darius Slayton had a really good game, but otherwise
number 2.
they don't really have any receivers, so their offense is just kind of meh. Even
Yeah.
with Dart scrambling a lot.
Yeah, I mean, and Dart is kind of fun and stuff like that. Talking about the Bears, do your guys just like spin the bottle every week and they're just like, you're gonna score 0
Well,
points?
so
this
my
week?
when I looked
'Cause
at
DJ Moore
when I
had
looked at the
nothing.
stat line, I was like, so we must have already forgotten how well Monungai played last week because
Yeah.
they just gave Swift the ball like I think two times over. what they gave
Monungai had 7 carries. Swift had 13. Now, to be fair, Swift did average like 6.2 per.
Yeah, he's
so I mean,
definitely
he had a
improved.
nice day. Adunze was 6 for 86 and a touchdown. Loveland, just the ascension continues.
So I'm guessing that the Bears talked to Rome Odunze's father, and he must be a scary dude if they actually decided to use him this week.
All the best NFC North teams have a wide receiver with a scary father, you know? I mean, you have Christian Watson's dad, you have Rome Odunze's dad now.
I got to find out more about Justin Jefferson's
I was going to say, Amon Ra's dad is like Mr. Universe or something like that.
Yeah.
And I have never heard anything. I don't know if Justin
He's got
Jefferson
unproblematic
has
parents.
or if he just
They're
he just-
very unproblematic.
Well, no, if he just like popped into existence, you know, he just like out of nowhere, he just sprouted from the ground like a plant. So yeah, so Dustin, your Bears are 6-3.
Yeah, we already passed our win total from last year.
You have now twice dodged the 10-loss streak. I think it's safe to say that's not going
We
to
can't
happen
do it
again
now.
this year.
I don't think we can do it.
No, there are 10 more games. Or wait, no, there aren't. There are only 9 more. Wait, there are 8 more games. Dustin, you're
Yeah,
we're
in the
past
clear
it now. Yeah. All right. So where are we at in terms of the Bears? You guys, if the Packers lose tonight, because we're recording Monday before the Monday Night Football game, if the Packers were to lose tonight to the Eagles, which they can lose to anyone at any time, I'll have you know, any given Sunday, the
We've seen
Packers
that.
will lose.
Yep.
So it's very possible. You guys would be second in the NFC North. You'd be in the playoff picture. Like, how do you feel? Like, is this real?
It kind of is. I'm a little worried. So the things that we need to do to ensure that happens towards the end of the season, that we are still in the playoff picture, is we need more consistency on offense.
Okay.
We have a lot of drives that we look awesome with, and then it's just 3-and-out, bad decisions. The defense, I was a little worried about. I mean, we only gave up 20 points, but the way that they were playing, it just seemed like
That was in like 3 quarters.
they should have. It seemed like we were going to give up a lot more than that.
Well,
Well,
you
you
would
gotta,
have.
you got to just injure the guy that's scoring
you
on
would have if
Yeah.
it wasn't Mr. Dangerous in the fourth.
Why would you not put Jameis Winston in that football game?
Because Dable's a coward, and guess what happened to him?
Yeah, I was gonna say you got
Fired.
Dable fired. We should probably talk about
He's
that.
fired.
This
That's
morning.
That's not great timing for you, which we'll get in the preview.
Yeah, it pisses me off
Yeah.
actually quite a bit.
Do you play them next week?
Yes.
Oh, the interim coach.
Dead cat bounces. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys got Dable fired, and when I look at your schedule here, you have the Vikings next week. I'm sure we'll talk about ad nauseum. You have the Steelers, who looked like a mess this week.
Rodgers looked very old last night.
Then you have the Eagles. There are 2 games against the Packers, 1 game against the Lions, then the Browns and the Niners, and the Niners also didn't look amazing this week.
They also
So, I mean,
played the Rams, though.
Mac
Yeah.
Jones was slinging it,
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't care.
but it's also on it's primetime. I think it's Sunday night.
Yeah, but I mean
At
that's
San Fran.
even if you lose like both to the Packers and the Eagles, Vikings, Lions, that's still 3 more wins. So you're still looking at 9 and 8 type of thing.
I'd be happy with that.
I mean,
That ain't getting the
that then
playoffs.
it get into playoffs. But I'm saying like,
After
that's
the last
kinda,
6 years,
that
I'm okay
feels
with it.
like more or less of the floor at this point. If I were a Bears fan, I would be cautiously optimistic.
I mean, yeah, there's always a chance.
You're not always cautiously optimistic. You almost said that. In the off season, you're always
almost
outwardly optimistic.
rationally
Yeah.
optimistic. So yeah.
All right. Well, Adam, you got any commentary here? Or
No,
Dustin, you
I
got
mean
any other
clearly the
thoughts?
Bears offensive game plan was clearly get Rome involved. Like that was
Yeah.
Yeah.
very clear. So
DJ Moore might be
involved.
washed.
If he's on your team next year, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. So CJ Gardner-Johnson, not a huge fan of him personally. He has made a big impact in I think he's only been on the team for like 10 days or something like that. But
So you're not a big fan of him personally, but you're a big fan of him professionally.
yes,
Yeah.
if he's
Right.
making good plays for us, I'll
I'll
tolerate
allow it. Yeah, that's
Yeah, I think he had 2 sacks. One of them was like the game clincher. And then I think he had a fumble recovery as well.
okay.
is Caleb on pace now? No, I doubt.
He
it.
I think he was last
Oh,
week.
this might have
but
dropped him. But I don't think it's updated yet.
He had 220 and 1, so he's probably not on pace for touchdowns, but he would probably be on pace for yards.
I guess according to ESPN, it has him 4,035.
Yeah,
I think he was
does
like
that-
4,020 something.
Does he have
last week.
13 touchdowns on the year? Is that what he has?
I don't know.
Is that accurate? Because that's what it's saying he's currently at. So I don't know if that's standing there, but
Yeah,
Okay.
13 and 4. So
okay. So
Yeah.
he's on pace.
there we go,
He's
Dustin.
on pace.
Let's go.
Not much wiggle room, but Okay.
The third best quarterback in the NFC North. Oh. All right. Do we want to switch topics now?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Adam, did your guys play this weekend?
Okay, so yes, the Vikings hosted. What did you just?
Don't worry.
Did you just put your gum in those? Okay, weird. The Ravens, it was the Battle of the Purples, came to Minnesota where the Vikings lose 27-19. This felt so eerily similar to the Eagles game where it just felt like we just kept shooting ourselves in the foot. I mean,
You can't beat the Birds at home.
there were
0-3.
13 penalties by us, 8 false starts, 3 alone by Brian O'Neill. That's just inexcusable.
So what? Can we talk about the false starts for a second?
Yeah,
because
it's
more than I have ever seen.
It
any
tied.
team.
It tied the second most false starts by a home team since 2000. So that's
Really?
Yeah.
That's actually like not as bad as I would have thought.
No, I mean, yeah, it was a lot, and it was interesting because Kevin Seifert for ESPN, he was asking various players and Kevin O'Connell afterwards, because there was a lot of chatter going on at like the offensive at the line of scrimmage, more than like you would hear typically.
Yeah.
And I guess a lot of it that he was trying to ask, and none of the Vikings players, like, went at the bait.
Nobody threw anybody under the bus.
None of them would. No. But I'm saying, none of them went at the bait. But it was clear that I guess you hear it all the time when players like defensive players, there is a penalty if they make a call or if they say something that could simulate, that could be somewhat similar to a quarterback saying hike, snapping the ball, like a cadence. There are rules in that. It's rarely ever called.
They were like yelling hike.
There were things where a lot of the checks to the line, the Ravens were doing, I guess, things more uncommon than I think you typically would hear. And a lot of all the players, when they were asked about that from these reporters, they're like, "No, I just have to be better." Like they gave a pause and they're like, No, we just need to be better.
What does that mean?
Meaning that like there's a lot of gamesmanship that happens when in moments like that. Obviously, when they're trying to get players to jump legally, it's always like that. And so,
but are the offensive linemen yelling things?
No, not offensive linemen.
the
defensive players. Defensive players like responding to checks.
I got
them like adjusting on their own.
I thought you were saying like Brian O'Neill's out there going like hut.
No, it's defenders. It's like linebackers like Roquan Smith and defensive linemen reacting to like calls or checks at the line of scrimmage, trying to basically muddle the communication. Because like offensive linemen, they're not staring down at the ball like a lot of receivers are.
Yeah.
They're waiting and they're looking at their guy and hearing, and obviously, they're going off of sound cues. Correct.
Quiet.
Correct.
Yeah.
And so
maybe they should spend more time with JJ so
just,
they can understand his voice a little better and recognize it.
It was just interesting hearing a lot of the comments about like I've never seen that many reporters ask questions about that and players being like,
it was crazy.
Yeah, it was. And so like that's where it's it's inexcusable, but it was interesting to hear that there was a lot of gamesmanship going on, and credit to the Ravens. I mean, they like I said, the Ravens are a very good football team. We've been over this.
Maybe
they're finally now healthy.
Yeah. Maybe the offensive line they know JJ McCarthy's cadence, but they don't know Nine's cadence. Maybe it's different.
Yeah,
it's like because the underbite makes the sounds kind of different.
Sure.
We'll talk about that more, I'm sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, anytime you have 13 penalties for over 100 yards and lose the turnover battle 3-0, you're probably going to lose 99% of the time. I mean,
to be fair, you did fumble less than the Ravens. They just kept throwing the ball out of bounds like cartoon characters.
Yeah. There were a lot
and
of
Zay
that.
Flowers had that one that just bounced right back up into his hands.
There were a lot of things that was very cartoonish that you're just like, oh, all right, that's unfortunate. A lot of near miss, like Van Ginkel almost like did the play twice. And it just...
I don't understand why anyone calls that
Grenard
play.
almost pulled a Van Ginkel. There were so many plays that were literally right there.
A shitload of tipped balls on both sides,
just
too.
Did not go our way, and it was really unfortunate. But the fact that we actually had the ball with a chance to tie at the end, considering how terrible and how disconjointed we looked majority of this game outside of the first couple of drives... that's honestly astonishing to me. McCarthy, I thought he looked great in the first couple of drives, like I mentioned. It felt like KOC kind of got in his own bag a little bit too much in this one, and we've seen this before. We see it a lot of the time with offensive play callers. Like LaFleur does this, like where they they're feeling
familiar.
it. They're like, oh, it's a 3rd and short. I'm gonna go for it no matter what on 4th down. Let's dial up a shot, and like.
Well, and I appreciate that because we talked last week about the Jordan Love just arm punt on like 1st down.
Yeah.
And you just chuck that ball 30, 40 yards down the field, and the safety just comes and gets it.
Yeah.
And J.J. McCarthy said, hold my beer, and he did it twice.
Yeah.
Which is
so,
great.
The first one, I believe it was a 3rd and like 5, and he hucked it down.
No,
and
the first one was 3rd and 1.
No, that was the second one. The
Was
second
it?
one, yes. The second
Okay.
one was, I'll get there. The first one was, it was like 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, and he stepped up. It looked like he had an alley in front of him, like he had room. I don't know if he would have necessarily got the first. It sure would have been really close.
There was a linebacker coming down, but it was still a better decision.
Yes, it was clear. He could have easily, you make him miss
or
a
something.
second even, or maybe not like a straight up, tackle. He could possibly get there.
Yeah.
Instead he threw it, and Malachi Starks came over with the other safety help, and it ended up being a 2-versus-1, and it was a heck of a play. Now, I feel like,
oh boy,
there could have been
Here it comes.
some better ball skills going at that ball? Maybe, yes. Yeah, I'm going to get to the JJ of it. Or Jefferson, don't worry.
Yeah, you were boots on the ground for that bad body
was.
language.
I was.
Yeah.
So, that one, I'm like, we saw it immediately too. I'm like, it looked like he could have ran. Like, I don't know what the broadcast necessarily looked like, but there was clearly room. So that one I didn't like. The second one, it was 1-on-1 with Justin Jefferson, and Jefferson just fell. He got tripped up and he fell, and then it obviously was Marlon Humphrey just by himself, camped under it. If you have Jefferson by himself, 1-on-1, I'm fine with that shot on 3rd and 1, because majority of the time, that's going to be incomplete at worst. Because when it's a 1-on-1, if it's a heck of a play or if it's a really bad ball, it clearly would have been a jump ball or a contested catch. But Jefferson is that good where you can be like, that's fine with me.
I think that one looks worse than it is.
100% does.
I don't think it's good.
No,
because
no.
it looks hilariously bad.
Because anytime a receiver falls and then it's just the defender, of course, and like that
or
one,
like on a 4th down, if your receiver gets pushed out the back of the
I
end
didn't
zone,
like
and then Jordan Love just throws up to that one didn't get intercepted though.
No,
but that I was getting shades of that with the McCarthy throw.
But
where it's like on the
but
broadcast,
Dobbs didn't
it
fall.
looks.
He just didn't.
Well, he got pushed out the back of the end zone, and then he was like, "I guess I'll just
stand here."
And that's what JJ did after the interception this time. He
Correct.
just stood there and looked at him.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the fact that, those weren't great, especially considering when you look at it, Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason were averaging nearly 6 yards a carry, but they only had 13 carries total. I don't understand that aspect. The team averaged, as a whole in this game, averaged a season high 6 yards per play. So, we clearly were able to move the ball. It was just odd play calls and obviously bad breaks not going our way, whether that's on the defensive side or the offensive side, players falling down, a ball bouncing right up to Zay Flowers' hands, all these things. It's unfortunate.
There was some weird stuff too. There was Thielen getting called for OPI.
Which Kyle Hamilton, it wasn't he literally just stood there.
He
Kyle
braced
Hamilton
and shoulder
No, he
checked
didn't.
him.
He
Yeah,
took one
did.
step. Kyle Hamilton
on.
didn't look.
Come
I'm
on.
sorry. He had a full steps. He has to look where he's running.
So it's not a blind. It's not a
wild.
blindside block because he should have looked.
You can
at
make
his
that.
blind
Then
side.
what you could do is it's not a blind side, but all he has to
That's
do
what
is
they call.
actually look. He had plenty of runway
But that's
to
the point
run.
of a blindside is he's not
No.
looking.
Okay, you could then say a player, all they have to do is just run and have their head just completely guarding their peripheral, and then they can get blindsided no matter what.
and I
there
don't
is
know-
zero accountability on that.
I don't know what you've seen about this after the fact, but they were talking about it on the broadcast of there's a lot of pick plays in the NFL that, are kind of borderline. But when you look at it, he planted both hands. He almost took a basketball charge. He covered his nuts and leaned into it. He was blocking. That was not a route at all.
Well, no,
Because Adam Thielen doesn't run routes anymore because he's dust.
He had a couple of nice catches.
He had more than Hawkinson.
Yeah. No, so that one, I'm just Kyle Hamilton, I feel like he just had his head to the turf and he just didn't look where he's
Hamilton also, I didn't know they blitzed him that much.
Yeah,
he was
especially
playing
in the first half.
he was playing a weird role.
Yeah, he had a couple of credit to McCarthy for getting it out. There was one that he hit JJ on an out route where Hamilton came free and he got popped, but he delivered a strike. It was a really nice play. I think it was on our that might have been on the first drive where then he hit Naylor.
There's
plays
one that I
later.
specifically remember where he came in free and Aaron Jones did
yeah.
a really good job picking it up, but he just smacked him.
Yeah. So, and going back to that, it's just baffling how many times we passed on 3rd and 4th and short, which is 2 or less yards. We are on the season for this game alone. We did that on a 3rd and 4th down. We passed every single time. Every time, regardless of distance. This year, we are 4 for 19, which is 21%, when passing on a 3rd or 4th and short, which is 2 or less. And when we run the ball, we are 10 for 14, which is 71%. Why do you get a Jordan Mason when you don't want to use that?
The Aaron Jones slander, first of all, will not be
make any
tolerated
sense.
here because Jordan Mason sucks. He's not good.
He has been on a very steep.
Ever since Aaron Jones,
decline.
that was all his in the Bengals game. He looked so good. He has not done anything since the Bengals game.
I mean, he was averaging 6.3 a carry. The problem is he only got the ball 4 times.
Yeah.
That's my point.
But his
between them,
long
they're
is
averaging
half of that yardage. If you look at it, and then that's 3 for 12. That's not as good. I mean, I'm just saying
4 a carry.
It's hard when you have a
4 a
sample
carry
size.
is still good.
It's hard when you have a sample size that small, and I have not been impressed. When I look at the difference between Aaron Jones running the football for you guys and Jordan Mason, Aaron Jones has shockingly more juice. It's just that he's fragile now in his old age. And
but my whole point is they were both effective when they got the touches.
Yeah.
The problem is we just didn't use them, and it's not like this game was out of hand or anything. I mean, it was back and forth. The defense kept us well in control. They held them to, I think, it was 4 field goals. They didn't get a touchdown until they had 12 points.
Yeah, it could have been 28-9 or something like that.
And it was just one of those things where it was baffling that's where I'm Kevin O'Connell, I feel like he was just too deep in his bag. And
O'Connell never calls runs.
And just trying to, I don't know. It was odd. And now I get to the Justin Jefferson aspect of it. I no clue what was going on with him. This honestly, and this is not even hyperbole, might have been the worst game I've seen from him, just from pure effort, body language standpoint.
I would say it's the second worst I've ever seen.
I know what you're talking about for the first.
He did cry and hit a ref with his helmet once. Yeah.
I feel like he was checked out all game long, and he gave up on plays.
That was the thing where I watched the replay, and you can say, because it's hard to know, but people were saying, well, if he goes up for that first one that got intercepted, that's a hospital ball. He's going to get his head taken off, which is kind of true.
But it's not they were both going for the ball. Malachi Starks wasn't going for the hit or anything. I don't even know if it was a hospital ball. It was just they were both going for the ball.
I mean, that one is not great.
I don't think the contact,
but honestly,
terrible.
What I look at is after the interception on that first one.
Now he got lucky because he did touch him.
He grazed one electron.
I don't necessarily
hit an
think he
electron.
knows for sure he touched him in that moment.
No,
that's where I'm
so he
got
just
lucky.
watched him walk away, and then the second one
is
egregious.
Bad. It's so bad.
I've watched grandparents move faster than that. And when you look at I'm not saying that DK Metcalf is a better wide receiver than Justin Jefferson because he's not, but. I want a guy that goes out there and fucking kills that dude that just intercepted the ball.
But that's Julio Jones.
Yeah.
You look at there's clips of Julio Jones.
Yeah.
Where when even if he's not involved, when he takes it personally when the defense takes the ball from the offense, he hunts them down.
And I will say, Jamar Chase has 3 tackles this year. That was made much of a couple weeks ago. Yeah. I mean, Justin Jefferson, no tackles as far as I'm aware.
Well, he had 1 because he got credit for the Malachi Starks. That's
all
a
right,
tackle.
that's like a half a tackle. I mean, that's a half a tackle, and he's the only guy there.
Put a napkin on him.
Yeah. So I would have loved to see at the very minimum contest for that first interception. The second one, he fell down.
The second one is kind of a foot tangled situation.
I don't know if I don't know. It's a tough look when that happens. And
he didn't even ask for a flag on that one, though.
It's the response when he fell, and then he just kind of was just all right, cool, and just let it. Marlon Humphrey kind of just jogged past him, and that's inexcusable. And then there's what would have been a touchdown that he dropped. Now, granted, Naylor did score on this one, but
That was-
time is not. I mean, it's a
That
tough.
was a good like play by the DB though.
It
I forget
is.
his name because he hit right down as
yeah.
the ball
No,
arrived.
it would have been a
mean,
really hard catch. But when you are Justin Jefferson, an all-world receiver like that, you have to at least that's a play that you have. A, you've come down with harder catches, and B, it's like in a moment like that, and especially in a game where your effort has been questioned. That's one where you could like.
Well, I don't know if he knew that his effort was being questioned.
No,
at the time.
but I'm saying, like it was one. If you're from a fan standpoint, you can almost like forgive or being like, all right, you at least came up big with that play. Like it's a tough look, and it was a tough day for him. It was really, really, really odd to see from a guy that usually you never question him like wanting it, like wanting the outcome of a game to go his team's way.
Yeah.
He wants to win, and like that's paramount.
And do you think like how much of that frustration that we see with Jefferson is a result of he got missed like 6 times?
Yeah, there were
like a lot.
There were definitely
he got targeted a ton.
There were definitely some where like
at the
ball
very
just
end of
sailed,
the game.
and this is what
oh
I've
my
noticed.
God.
The fourth quarter was really rough for McCarthy, and
Yeah.
I think like this is where it comes in where it just seems like he gets too amped up as the game like
It's
in
9.
these, and he's just he puts too much on the ball, and like this is where again. Where I know Dustin, you're gonna love this. He needs to develop his 2-ball and 3-ball. Like he loves the fastball.
I don't love that.
That's
So
I say
annoying.
it sarcastically.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Tom.
Good job. So like he needs to develop the touch, and like that's clear. You know, the miss has been where the ball will just kind of start sailing on him, and he's just too amped up. He throws it too hard, and
He cares too much.
He
That's
needs
his
to be able
biggest
to flip
weakness.
between JJ and 9 more often.
Yeah.
'Cause
Like,
maybe
like,
JJ
I
has
have
that
never
run.
seen-
during the throw.
I have never
Yeah.
seen so many like Twitter was full of just Bears fans losing their mind. I don't know if it's a preemptive because we're playing them this upcoming week, but like you would think it would be from the Lions because we just beat them.
No, but you know what it is because I'll explain this to you, Adam.
Sure.
So you're talking about the interview where he said he has an alter ego named 9,
Sure.
and that's why he looked so ridiculous in the post game last week. So that's his whole like he flips the switch and he goes 9, which I would love to just dissect that for an hour on this show.
you
but
know what
we're
that
not probably
reminds
gonna
me
do
of?
that. What?
In South Park, Professor Chaos. Like you just have this unserious, goofy person.
Yeah.
And they're like,
He flips the
actually-
switch. Yeah, Professor Cass. So JJ turns into 9, and you're saying Bears fans were the most vocal, and I actually
1,000% were.
I noticed this too.
Yeah.
Right now, Lions fans and Packers fans, we made our jokes,
Yeah.
as we should, because that's a ridiculous thing to say in an interview. But Bears fans are the most, and do you know why?
Because they're very self-conscious about their own quarterback.
Because their quarterback is the one doing cringy shit. Like for
And
the
so
last
now they're
3
just-
years,
they're just, like, going
Jared
crazy.
Goff doesn't do cringy shit. Jordan Love has like funny plays, but he doesn't go out there and be like he's very like mellow in interviews and stuff like that. He does not really do that whole like hyper
He doesn't have a
competitor
personality.
He never says I got to feed the wolf like
Sure.
JJ McCarthy did.
Sure.
He said that.
Okay.
He said that to a reporter.
All right.
He thought it was cool to say that.
Okay. That's fine. That's okay.
So you're good with it. You're pro 9.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. I literally do.
So you're not
give a
pro.
shit.
You're just agnostic. You're 9
No,
agnostic.
like I there's
You're
what's I
agnostic.
don't see the point in spending much energy on that. So
I like to spend energy on it. 'cause
Clearly.
it's very cringy. It's Russell Wilson
All right.
2.0.
sure. Okay.
It's the-
how many bathrooms
how-
will JJ have when he's
And
older?
I also think it's very interesting seeing Bears fans the most vocal when literally they lost to him. Then that makes
but
it.
Adam,
if he's
Adam,
such
the thing
ass,
you got to know
But
about
they lost.
Bears
They lost
fans,
9.
But if he's such ass, then what does that make you by losing to him?
The thing you got to know about
That's
Bears
my
fans
point.
is
It's
we,
like
we
if you-
live
if we-
in the
If
moment.
you beat him,
Yeah.
fine. You can dunk on him all you want.
Sure.
But you lost to him,
Uh-huh.
and you have you have a chance to get swept by him. That's going to be really tough a week from now if he does sweep you, and you're talking all
Well,
this
then
shit.
we'll forget about it.
about
But
JJ
this
McCarthy.
week, though,
It's just crazy.
we were better than him.
It's crazy.
and we have to let you know about it.
Well, because you got Russell Wilson, you're able to beat
Is JJ McCarthy a
Only a
grass
quarter
merchant?
of Russell Wilson.
a grass merchant.
A grass
Are
merchant.
you saying because
he has to ground himself, and he beat the Bears in Soldier Field, the grassiest grass that's ever grassed.
sure?
He won last week, or I guess. Oh no, because
They're
that
in
was
turf.
that was turf. Okay,
So
because the narrative starts to fall apart very quickly then, because he would have been 0-2 on turf with like 2 injuries because he got hurt in the preseason last year. That would have been. I've been cooking on this, and the forward field just destroyed it in front of my very eyes.
Yeah.
So he's not a grass merchant.
No.
Okay, he's just cringy.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm honestly like back to the game. I'm happy with how the defense played against Lamar, and they definitely did enough to give us a great shot at winning. But the offense, once again, could not put together consistent scoring drives.
The Ravens look so weirdly nonchalant on offense.
Well, yeah. Well, and that's the thing too. Like
very strange.
the last time Brian Flores went against Lamar, it was when he was still with Miami,
Yeah.
and Lamar had one of his worst games, like ever
Yeah,
as a
I
pro.
remember
And like
that.
it was one of those things, like they did a great job handling him, and Derrick Henry started to get going as the game went on. But I thought the defense obviously played well enough. I mean, now they could have capitalized on some turnovers, sure. I don't know what's going on with Byron Murphy. At this point last year, he had 4 interceptions. He's at 0
Very
this year.
upset about the Dallas Turner roughing.
No, I mean it sucks, but I'm also like,
But it's like,
that's the new rule.
Yeah.
So like, it was a hell of a play. It was a great play, but like,
You gotta roll off.
it is one of those things. Like, yeah, you have to.
Because he could have just
Midair.
taken him to the ground, but when he like leaves his
Yeah.
feet to go, I'm like, that's
Yeah.
especially
It's-
on Lamar.
It's the new rule, and like
they're not
that's
gonna
how
call
it
that on
is.
Tyler Shuck.
No,
but
no.
they're gonna call that
On
for
Lamar, they're going to do that,
Yeah.
and so it's unfortunate. It takes the wind out of the sails after that play.
3-point swing potentially.
Yeah, and I think it's easy to look at. I mean, if you're living under a rock and you're like, oh, well, the Ravens, they were 3-5, and it's like, well, very intimately, the Ravens have been hammered with injuries.
You
i.e.,
shut the fuck up.
i.e. Lamar Jackson. And
Don't bring my
year,
fantasy football team into this. That's
last
a low
year
blow.
they finally are like fully healthy, and what do? They absolutely dismantled the Dolphins.
Yeah,
who
I mean, they're-
dismantled the Bills.
they're better-
It's crazy.
Yeah, they're better than a 3-5 team.
Yes.
They're better than their record
and,
is.
And just look at a couple weeks ago when they had Cooper Rush playing. Stafford, who is a Hall of Famer, he is on the short list for MVP this year at this point. He went 17-26 for 180 and a touchdown against them when Cooper Rush was the other quarterback. So like this team, they got their defense figured it out after the first few weeks. This is a
Weird they
very
keep
good
having
I
to
don't-
do that.
Why does it matter who was playing quarterback on the other side?
because it's like it was still Cooper. It wasn't like it was a back and forth neck and neck game.
But Cooper Rush has nothing to do with Matthew Stafford playing.
It also, do you realize when not having a good offense, what that does to a defense, Dustin?
It's complimentary football, Dustin.
Correct. You spend more time on the field. Cooper Rush, what do you think is going to be more beneficial? Having Lamar Jackson out there and not having 3 and outs over and over like Cooper Rush, or having Lamar Jackson actually able to give the defense time to recuperate? Probably having that one.
They got
Recuperate.
oxygen
Does
tanks.
matter.
They're fine.
No. So I feel like you can, criticize and recognize that this was a very ugly performance, but the Ravens are a very, very good football team. And the fact that like I said, we had the ball with a chance to tie, which by the way, I heard people talking about, I can't believe we went for 2 when we were down by 14. I'm like,
They
no.
don't know the
You
analytics.
guys don't know ball.
They don't know.
like you will be sitting there if you get it, you then are much better at chance of winning the game.
Now, granted, your 2-point conversion shouldn't have been J.J. McCarthy throwing to the left. We've agreed that that's not.
Naylor
Should have been to the.
the ball to Naylor was pretty damn good. That was to the left.
Okay, how did he do the rest of the day besides that one
Okay.
that Naylor took and then
let's not act
got
like
most of the
he's
yardage?
Trubisky throwing to the left.
I mean, I don't know.
He's
I
not.
think it's yet
Well,
to be
he
seen.
can't be as good as Trubisky thrown to the left if he doesn't win 12 games.
That's true.
Okay. Surely the defense and turnovers have nothing to do with that. Don't ask how the Bears have done since then.
They're better
they
than you
didn't
right
have
now.
Trubisky.
I just feel like, again, McCarthy is 22 years old.
I was waiting. I had
old
an
is 9?
internal bet with myself about when are we going to say how old JJ McCarthy
Congrats. Yeah, he was the youngest player in his draft class. Yes,
How
that's
old?
relevant.
How old is 9?
That's relevant.
is. Yeah.
He's
only 9.
McCarthy is 22 years old. He's in his 2nd NFL season, and this was his 4th career start. The good plays that he's making are encouraging, and the mistakes that he is making are all things that are correctable. Like I'm just going to
Being inaccurate?
continue to trust the process and keep letting him learn and develop. This is the whole point. Anyone trying to dunk and say, I've seen like Paul Charchian he's part of like K-Fan. He does a lot of fantasy stuff.
Sure.
He's beating his chest right now. Anytime Darnold does something, when he was so adamant about Darnold needs to be gone after the Lions and the Rams games last year, and it's just the revisionist history that you see a lot of the time. It's comical at this point, but like
Two things could be true. Darnold may not have been the long-term solution,
he's definitely not.
but also, it feels to me like you're coming out here each week and you're saying the good things count and the bad things don't.
No,
And that's
there's
the part
nothing.
that is
There's
hard.
nothing that I'm seeing that is alarming to me. This is a guy making his 4th career start.
This guy was a millimeter away from 3 picks.
Okay, this is also a guy that is making really, really nice plays and winning
When?
on the road against the division opponents. Like, these are not just, he's not, whoops, I just got lucky into these things. Like, the plays are there. The little inaccuracies, getting too amped up, not having too much, oomph on the ball.
Feeding the wolf too much.
That's all correctable.
Okay,
It's
gonna
not
get a
like the
tummy ache.
intangibles I'm happy with. That's where I'm like, I'm not concerned. These are growing pains, which, again, if you were rational, you know that this is coming. Like, I don't know. The sky isn't falling. Is what it is. Now, when we get into the preview, we'll talk about it, where this current season hangs in the balance. But for the long term, I'm not concerned. I am not concerned.
You sound like someone who's not concerned.
Okay, you're attacking me, and I'm defending my.
How old will
my
J.J.
stance.
McCarthy be when you're concerned?
Not for a handful of years.
Okay, so we
You're
have a
gonna give him that
handful of
many years to
years
develop?
to
He's
develop him.
He's in his 4th start.
Okay.
He's in his 4th start against a Super Bowl contending team.
With an atrocious defense by all accounts.
Look at their last month.
up until
Look at their last month. How they've done on defense. They've actually, like, in terms of
month.
like points given up, turnovers generated. I mean, like, this is not a shitty defense.
Yeah, they gave up 6 to the Dolphins, 16 to the Bears, 17 to the Rams, 44 to the Texans,
17 to the Rams.
37.
Who, by the way, you have as your
to
number
the
1 seed.
Chiefs,
Number 1 seed.
8
number,
to the Lions,
Number 1 seed. Yeah, you have the Rams.
41 to the Bills. I don't know, man.
Okay, you just choose to ignore that part where you had your number 1 overall NFC team and they gave up 17 points.
Okay.
Everyone here at this table had the Ravens winning their division going into the season.
Yeah, they're only 1 game behind.
Yeah.
Correct. So that's where I'm like,
They're also in like the
I'm not
worst
saying
division
I'm
this
not
year.
saying the Ravens are bad, and I think your defense is pretty good. I'm more just concerned about like what you guys were able to do against a Ravens defense that has shown to have been quite fallible.
we move the ball well enough. Again, it's penalties and turnovers. You have over 100 yards of penalties. What do you expect? Like I opened this by saying we shot ourselves in the foot.
Yeah.
Like that. It's not like the Ravens
turnovers are
didn't-
J.J. McCarthy's fault.
All right, let's
and the-
let's
The
ignore.
false starts
let's
might
ignore
be.
the
It feels
interception
like he's
again.
related
I
to those.
I literally discussed both turnovers and I mentioned them ad nauseum. But yeah, let's ignore that aspect that I said. Sure.
Okay.
To toot your own horn.
I'm not trying. I'm not trying to be unfair here.
I know you choose to ignore already previously discussed things to then suit whatever argument you're trying to do at this present time.
I just feel like we're trying to blow smoke up J.J. McCarthy's butt.
I'm
and
not.
I don't understand
I'm not.
why at this point.
I'm not. I am
'Cause
saying I'm happy with what I've seen from the good. Like that's encouraging from what I've seen. That's why I'm like, it's not like it's a dire situation.
Because when my quarterback was in his first season as a starter,
And you wanted to trade him.
and no, that was before his first season as a starter.
No.
Why would I want to trade him if he's the starter?
You were.
What would that even mean?
You were not a big fan of Jordan Love in the first half of the
I
year.
am so what
First half of his starting
what I'm
year,
saying
you
is
were
I
really not happy
I
with
put
him.
Jordan Love on a 3-strike rule that year,
And you got him.
and
two
then
strikes.
he turned around.
Okay.
And he developed and he improved.
So it's your.
I was trying to hold him accountable. I feel like no matter what happens,
I
you will
am
never put
holding
your
him
beautiful
accountable.
little boy
I
in a
literally-
3-strike rule.
Adam, I think you
I've
need. I think you need your
commented
team
on
owner
things
to
I
put him
do.
on a strike rule because when the Packers put their own
The
make
strike
their
rule
owner put a
works.
strike rule on, it
Yeah.
does work.
Okay.
So talk to whoever owns the.
Dustin, did you ever put Caleb on a strike roll?
It sure feels like you really
No.
want to call him a bust.
No, I never did.
I would,
It
I would
really
never.
feel-
I would
Why
never
is
use that
though?
word.
I feel like you're very
I would
confident.
never say that word into a
You're
microphone.
very confident into that he's a bust.
No, I'm trying to coach
in
you.
all
into
the things
how-
you're talking about.
I'm trying to help you with the
It
strike
seems
roll.
the fact that you're afraid to call him a bust means that there's a little bit in there, a little bit of doubt that he actually is a bust.
because I've seen 9 and he scares the bejesus out of me.
Clearly, because you have yet to put on the bust label. Just saying, if you actually believe
Well,
it,
Adam,
you'd
he's
have
only
no
had
problem
4
saying
starts.
it.
You can't call a guy with 4 starts
That's
a
true.
bust.
Yeah,
Right.
he's 22.
Yeah, he is 1-0 against your team, so we'll find out how that
All
goes.
right, so this is going to be a really mean podcast next week in one direction or the other. All right, should
I mean,
we go
not really,
into?
because I can just say it's his 5th start.
Should we? Well, yeah, I guess we can keep doing that for like a year and,
And
a
then
half.
it's his 100th
correct.
start.
Yeah. Should we go to segments?
Yeah, awards, yes.
Whatever.
Let's get to our awards for the week. Awards are brought to you by Captain's Patch, which, of course, is the very refreshing raspberry lemon shandy brewed by Elm Creek Brewing. You can find it at any liquor store near you, found on captainspatch.com. Even if it's in the brisk fall, getting into winter. I mean, it was in the 30s yesterday. It was a little chilly.
It's in the 30s today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's chilly down outside, but Captain's Patch still refreshing. 21 and older, please drink responsibly. Okay, awards. We are starting with MVP of the week. We get to have you go first,
Dustin
All
goes
right.
first. I'm still in no man's land
you
at
go
0,
second,
so I get to go second. Yeah.
and I'll bring up the rear here.
All right, Dustin, what do you got?
All right. I'm gonna suggest we change the name of this award to the Jonathan Taylor Award.
Jonathan Taylor
'Cause
Award.
it seems like every single week this guy gets the award.
Yeah.
Congrats, Carson. For
I
your
mean,
championship.
He's,
I think
GG.
he set the record for this year's most rushing yards in a game. I think this is his 5th 3-touchdown game of the season.
That is correct.
Yep.
I mean, the guy is just a monster.
He's insane, and it's funny because like
The Germans didn't deserve this good of a game.
yeah. Oh, and I feel like it's different because like last year I feel like Saquon would like just shoot through the line. Like Jonathan Taylor's 83-yard run, he like came to a full stop and then just kind of went around everybody.
Yeah, like he was like fucking
Started
around the
running
line of
again.
scrimmage, like
Yeah.
kind of just moving laterally, and then it's like, oh, there's a lane. I'm just gonna accelerate and just
Yeah.
beat everyone.
It's very fun. I think every year like one running back gets the ability to just like hypnotize the safeties and just like take a bad angle and they just shoot right up the middle. I mean, it's
Ooh, Matthew Golden's out.
yeah, Matthew Golden inactive. I was kind of expecting that. He was trending like in the wrong direction during practice this week, so I was kind of expecting him to
He's
not
not
be in.
gonna get 15 points this week.
No, I think I'll get 0. I think I'll get less than normal, which is saying something. All right, yeah, Jonathan Taylor's awesome, Dustin. My MVP of the week goes to Mr. Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs didn't do a whole lot last week. Similar to Jonathan Taylor, actually. Kind of had a quiet week the week before. Jahmyr Gibbs, 3 touchdowns. This was a classic Lions laugher game, I'm going to call it,
Yeah.
where they're just so much better.
You see, Dan Campbell was calling the plays.
He is now, which is interesting because I think he's kind of an idiot. But I mean, it worked against the Commanders, who have a pretty bad defense, and the Lions are the anti-Packers in that the Lions fucking never lose to bad teams. The Lions go out there against bad teams and they kick the shit out of them.
Thank you for saying the Vikings aren't a bad team. Thanks for saying the Vikings aren't a bad team.
You guys aren't like a Browns or something like that, where the Packers keep going out there and like making fools of themselves against like notably bad teams because they underestimate them. The Lions never seem to have that problem. The Lions will go out there against a Jaden Daniels-less Commanders team and just dumpster those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And I'm jealous of that because I wish I could just count on my team to take care of their shit.
Hey, if you're listening to this, they did that against the Eagles.
The Eagles are not a Browns level team. That's crazy.
No, they're not.
All right, what about you?
There are a lot of running backs are up for it. I feel like it's been a very good running back year.
Yeah.
I thought about Devon Chan, but I feel like I won't get another chance to do it for this guy this year. And
Here it is.
Mr. Travion Henderson.
Yep, I knew that was coming.
Just because the touches, again, were still not that much, but he made the most of it. He had 14 carries, 147 yards, 2 touchdowns, and both those touchdowns were a 55-yard touchdown run and a 69-yard touchdown run.
Very nice.
Which one of them, by the way, came with like a minute and a half left. He's like mid-play.
Yeah.
He's like within like the last 15 yards, slowed down enough, looked to the sideline, and was like, "Can I
Am
score?
I allowed
Am
to
I allowed to
score?
score?
Yes, would you like me
and
to
they're
score,
like,
coach?
yes. And he's like, all right,
Yeah, all right, cool.
sick. So will this finally force Vrabel to actually, lean on his rookie running back? Probably not.
No.
Because Stevenson still has,
He hasn't seen enough.
who knows whatever
Stevenson still
on
has his
Vrabel.
family tied up in the basement. Yeah.
And the only reason is because Stevenson physically could not go, I
Yeah.
guess, this week. Maybe Henderson just needs to, take, a pipe to
yeah,
his knees
a
or
little
something.
Tanya action. Yeah.
Just get something. Because, clearly he's got the most juice in that backfield.
How dare you?
Clearly.
How dare you? Ramondre will be back for 30 carries and 2 fumbles next week. You just bookmark it.
And Henderson's 8 for 30.
Yeah.
It's well, all right. Great.
All right, Dustin, you're Kadarius.
Mike Kadarius is going to the Browns special teams.
Hmm.
I believe the start of the game was a kick return touchdown.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
the very next time the Jets touched the ball, a punt return touchdown. So they go down 14-0 pretty quick.
Yeah. Which is not what you want to do.
They
when you
only
play the
lost by
Jets.
7.
Yeah.
Justin Fields went 6 for 11, 54 yards, 1 touchdown, and interception.
54 yards.
Brees Hall rushed for 83 yards, but other than that, there's just no offense by the Jets, and they still win this game
They
with
have Justin
27
Fields.
points.
And now they're going to be without Garrett Wilson for 4 weeks.
Yeah, the Browns' defense played well enough.
We didn't even cover in the news that the Jets traded everybody.
Yeah, Sauce is a Colt. Quinnen Williams is a
Colt.
Cowboy. He's a
Yeah.
Cowboy.
That
No.
trade makes
Yeah.
the Micah trade look so much worse for the
don't know.
Cowboys.
I didn't watch.
Because now you can do more math and be they got Quinnen and a
Kenny Clark.
late first and Kenny Clark for Mike. I feel like it makes it worse.
You don't know if it's a late first yet.
Because the
Quinnen
first
Williams is really good.
The first Quinnen Williams is good, but he's also on the back half of his career. He's not a young man. He's 28 or 9, I think. And he the first round picks is the Family Guy. It could be a boat.
27.
27? Okay, still. And now you have Quinnen and 1 first round pick, which you would have had without trading Micah. It's, I don't know. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, my Kadarius Toney is actually going to be Sauce and Quinnen Williams because clearly they were the problem.
Yeah.
They traded him away and the Jets won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can't even tank right.
Also, Sauce did get totally cooked in Germany. I saw some screenshots that were not flattering.
Well, yeah.
He did almost have an interception.
Once they started cracking
great.
down on
That's
Sauce,
almost great.
holding and grabbing receivers, then he clearly has not been the same.
Yeah, 2 firsts for Sauce is
That's
a
wild.
lot.
Sit on the Jets.
Yeah.
Complete teardown.
Jets are going to get Kyler Murray as their bridge quarterback next year, and they're going to draft somebody, and
Yeah.
yeah, it'll be cool.
Cool. All right.
How about you?
My Kadarius Toney Award winner this week goes to enjoying football on Thursdays. Guys, remember when football on Thursdays was so bad it was good?
Yeah.
When we had the gross color rush, but it at least spiced it up. Now we had to watch whatever was between the Broncos and the Raiders.
I think this is God is trying to get Al Michaels to retire because it keeps happening.
There were so many moments in this where I'm like, Al, what are you looking at? Their ball clearly, credit to wherever the Raiders punter was, he hit a ball and landed at the 1 and took a straight right out of bounds.
Yeah.
AJ Cole.
Maybe. And Al went on for the next 30 seconds oh, that's a touchback, and just kept talking, and it's oh wait, actually it looks like the officials are getting together and it's down at the 1 yard line, and we're like, oh my gosh, Al. We're all just watching it, and meanwhile on the other side, the Broncos punter had 3 shanks.
Yeah.
It was wild. There were boos going out. It's rare you get booed when you're a punter.
Yeah.
Because, typically you're all right, great, we don't want to see him. But, your job is just not to shank it. And he did it, 3 straight times.
Yeah.
It's wild.
I mean, Al is putting in the absolute minimum. Al, I
Well,
think,
you got
has
Kirk
quiet
who's
quit.
splitting between college and the NFL.
And Kirk is kind of the worst person to pair with Al because he's too energetic. So it really highlights
always
that
just talks
Al
about-
just doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, he always just talks about him all these players when I was in when they were in college. I remember watching all this kind of stuff.
And then Kirk will give a little ooh, baseball. And Al Michaels will go, that's what I want to talk about. And he'll just start talking about baseball for 5 minutes during a football broadcast.
Yeah.
I'm like, Al, get back to the sport.
I just
that you're
I would
watching
love
right
Al,
now."
Al Michaels is your grandpa will be sweet, but he needs to He needs to.
I don't know why. He's got enough money. He's got to have enough money.
He
right?
does. He does.
I mean, I
He's
was-
been broadcasting
he's getting that
since,
Bezos
like, the
money,
70s.
but
I don't know. This feels. It was gross.
Give
I
me-
also don't think that Butthole Mouth trusts Bo Nix at all. If you watch this game,
I didn't watch
the
this
way
game.
the way
so-
the offense was, it was gross.
yeah.
It was disgusting. Like
Yeah, that's been happening a lot this year.
Yeah.
Where they look terrible for 3 quarters,
Yeah, and
and then
they
it's like,
somehow
all right,
just win.
actually, Bo, go ahead and play.
Well, they got to
but
play
even
the Chiefs
then,
next week.
it's just it's these 50-50 balls that he just throws, and like all right, good on Bo, I guess. I don't know.
Good week for the Bo haters, of which you are one.
It's been a good stretch. Yeah.
I mean, they're doing better than.
Well, yeah, they're winning,
Leading-
but
they're
not
leading
because of
a
Bo
tough division.
all the time. But
What are Bo's stats this year? I feel like he's doing okay, isn't he?
you look at any of his advanced metrics, it's really bad.
18-8, 2,126.
Once
yards.
once it goes like past 10 yards, it's really rough.
Hmm.
It's really rough.
Which is funny because he has a lot of receivers that just run a lot of go routes.
Yeah, well, he just plays 500. He just chucks it, and it's
That's great.
It's yeah. All right, Dustin, what is your stock up?
My stock up is the race for the number 2 pick. This week we have the Jets, the Browns, the Raiders, the Giants, and the Saints are all either 2-8 or 2-7.
I like how this means that Dustin's just going to tankathon out of habit as a Bears fan. He's not even like you guys are actually doing well, and he's like, "What? Who's got the pick though?" Like,
Yeah.
this is about the time of year when I start.
reading all these
thinking about
teams
the
off, and I
pick.
know that the Titans are below them even. There's a good amount of teams at 3 wins, so it's like, well, fuck, now
who
the
do you
Bears
think?
are going
Who
to
do you
be
think is
like,
at 2 right now? Because I got tankathon up.
It's got to be the Saints.
It is the Saints. Yeah,
That was
We
a
gotta
good
win.
guess. That's a good guess.
yeah. Stock down should be the friskiness of the Panthers. Tough look for
Oh,
me.
they're like the Packers. They beat the good teams and lose to the bad teams.
There we go. Beautiful.
You guys are like the Panthers.
Yes, we are. We're frisky as hell.
You lost to them.
Hey,
So.
hey. We're frisky.
Oh.
Stock up for me is joggers.
Mm.
Joggers are back, boys, in a
Yeah.
huge way. A, it's getting colder out, so just in general,
Yeah.
joggers.
Yeah.
B, the Dolphins kicked the shit out of the Bills.
Yeah. Did you see Mike McDaniel went to a very popular Bills bar in Miami, and he
No.
just with his whatever car he drives, and we're just out there and just trolling fans that were outside.
All right, so they're gonna lose next week.
yeah. 100%,
holy
100%.
shit. But hey, we got to enjoy this week of joggers while we can. I don't know what the fuck that game was. I looked at that, I'm like, what?
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, they just got out to a lead right away, and
It was really bad.
yeah.
It was really bad.
Bills have looked weird this year.
Yes, they have.
I don't super understand what's going on with
Yeah.
them.
I don't know.
Your stock up.
My stock up is points in the late afternoon. So there were 3 games played in the 3 p.m. window for the second straight week. Again, when the NFL does this, I don't understand. When there's 9 games in the noon window and
Yeah.
3 in the it's just terrible. So there were 3 games and a total of 200 points scored between those 3 games.
Yeah.
It was 42 to 20 or 22 to 44, 42 to 26, and 44 to 22. It was just points bonanzas.
I mean, there was a point.
None
I
of
think
them
it
were
was.
close.
It might have been a Schefter tweet that went out where he's like, all 3 games put together right now are 78 to 3. Like it was just 3 ass kickings out at the same time. None of them were competitive.
No, I mean, 200
I mean,
points.
yeah, I think it was the Seahawks were up 35-0.
The Seahawks are fucking dumpstering people, dude.
And they've done that the first half every week. It's just like, holy shit.
Which then, if you look at it, so in a league, in a fantasy league that I've just been the one that I've been decimated with injuries that I'm just somehow clinging to life with. I have Darnold as one of my quarterbacks, and I
Yeah.
went with Dart, and it ended up being fine because
Dart's electric.
Darnold had a touchdown on his first drive, and that literally was all of the rest of his points.
Yeah.
he had 6 points, and then he ended with
he had
6
that
points.
JSN
I think they
throw.
had two defensive touchdowns.
They had 2 fumble recoveries for touchdowns. I mean, the Seahawks, I think, are kind of legit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
their defense is nasty.
Dustin, stock down.
Well, we kind of just touched on it. It's the Bills. They're not that serious.
Are you labeling them unserious?
I am. Let's see. So their games this year.
That's huge for Adam. Yeah.
So they beat the Ravens in week 1.
This is
Which-
great.
Adam has Josh Allen in fantasy football, so he's very excited to hear Dustin slap this
I'm
label.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
so then
happy about
they
this.
beat the Jets.
gonna
They
skip
start
out
the
of the
season off
studio
pretty
today.
good. I mean, so
Need
to
this.
start the season, they beat the Ravens.
Okay.
They beat the Jets.
Okay.
Not good. They beat the Dolphins. Not good. They beat the Saints.
Well-
not good.
Let's not talk about schedule and who we've beat here. Let's keep this in mind.
No, I will.
Just keep this in mind.
Because we're winning these games.
Okay.
So they
then
lose to the
what else we got?
Patriots. They
to
lose to the Falcons. Not very good. They blow the Panthers out.
Who you, by the way, have been championing.
Don't worry, they still got a
Frisky.
chance.
Frisky.
They got a chance. The Bucs lost too, so
Okay.
they're still right there. They beat the Chiefs. Actually, good win. But they always
Yeah.
beat the Chiefs in the regular season.
Didn't you have the Chiefs losing the not even making the playoffs?
No, I had them as my 7th seed, and then I moved them up to like my 4 or 5 or something like that, or 6 or.
I don't remember. I didn't write down what anyone said.
And then they lose to the Dolphins, who I don't even think they have an offense before this week.
They have Achan.
And Waddle.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they haven't really done much
Two
before
is
this.
elite.
Achan's been really good, and Waddle's been good.
Yeah,
since
in a
Tyreek went
fantasy
down.
perspective.
Achan's been a dink
That's
and dunk
all
merchant.
you go off of.
No, it's
you
not.
You literally pull up the sleeper app to like pull up your awards.
Dustin,
Some of 'em.
I think you're touching on something that is relatively real. Is that the Bills feel weird this year? Like the games they win are because James Cook ran for 500 yards. That's
Well,
what it feels like.
It's like they are sticking. Joe Brady likes to stick to one offensive game plan, which is balance. And if a defense just like shows up and stops James Cook,
Yeah.
then they're like, well, we have to keep sticking with the balance. It's like
Yeah.
you have an all-world alien at
No.
quarterback.
Yeah, but he won the
why don't you
MVP
lean
last
on
year,
him?
so now he doesn't give a shit.
Why don't you
Yeah.
lean on him? And like, he's more than just a football player.
He's also a husband.
He's a husband.
Wait, is that what you were gonna say?
No, that's what Haley Steinfeld told him. Like, you're more than just a football player. That's like
That's shitty advice from your wife. That sucks.
it's
That's
not
really
good.
bad.
It's not
no,
good.
what the
Yeah,
hell
it's like,
is
no,
that?
Josh, no. We need you to be
You're
like
more
a destroyer of
There's
worlds.
other things besides football. No,
no,
Haley, get out of here.
no, no.
She just wants her time with him.
That's gross. All right, my stock down
Yeah.
is light because I think Aaron Rodgers is going to lock himself in the dark all week this week.
Uh-oh.
Did you watch any of Sunday Night Football?
Yeah, unfortunately, I watched all of it.
I mean, I don't even blame him for being upset. Like, we've covered DK Metcalf is a pretty good wide receiver at what he does.
Sure.
Let's call it. Everyone else on that team is absolute trash.
Okay, but like Rodgers was like that sack he took the safety. That was really bad.
No, I mean that was on him, but I'm talking like I wrote this down. I was doing my notes while watching
Picks were
Sunday
not
Night
good.
Football, and I watched like he hit a dude on a slant, and the dude just boop like volleyball set it to the defense, and Rodgers walks off the field and he's pissed.
Should have put a 2-ball on that.
And then 2-ball. And then like I think they let the Chargers score, they got to stop, I don't even remember, but it was either a kickoff or a punt after that, and the returner fumbled it and they got it back immediately. And they just pan over to Rodgers on the sideline just like,
Oh, he had bad body language.
oh yeah, he looked like the guy from Up. Like he's just a perma frown on his
Carl, no.
face. Yeah, he was Carl from Up. His face turned into a square. So I mean, Aaron Rodgers has to be watching, like, he's got to look at the highlights after each Sunday of, like, Matt Stafford threw 25 touchdowns to Devontae Adams and be, like, doing the Wolverine meme.
Devontae,
like,
leading the NFL in receiving touchdowns.
yeah, I mean,
Like 9.
I bet he's calling up Devontae, like, drunk in the middle of the night, like, hey, Devontae, please, I miss you. And his totally real wife is like, Aaron, come back to bed.
Come back to bed, please.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I'm on my 4th finger of tequila tonight.
Yeah.
I bumped it up from 3 to 4.
You go back to bed, totally real wife. All right, you're stock down.
My stock down is the case for the Jaguars being a serious football team. So we need to have a conversation about the Jaguars. They got off to a great start, and they gave up 26 points in the 4th quarter to lose 36-29 to the Davis Mills-led Texans.
Liam Cohen might be Adam Gase.
It's not looking great. I mean,
Yeah.
there was a graphic tweeted out by the Texans social media, or by the Jaguars social media team, where it said "finish this" or like "finish it," and it was the score graphic after 3 when it was 29-10, and well, the comments were not good. The comments were not good.
Yeah.
Davis Mills had 3 touchdowns. I mean,
Mills Mafia, man.
Yeah, Mills Mafia. I just, I don't know. The Jags, they are already behind the 8 ball because the Colts are
Oh, fucking
a
wagon.
with
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor being Jonathan Taylor. Like, from
Daniel Jones,
y-
Indiana Jones.
the bloody Daniel Jones in Berlin.
I don't know what the fuck that was.
That was
that
wild.
was a weird picture.
That's gonna be memed so hard.
Yeah.
I've already seen some.
That's
things
like Will
from,
Levis saw that and went like, "Hey, that's my thing."
Yeah, I already know Stephen Chase probably licking his chops at that possibility. It was like, ooh, that certain time, you know. Yeah, so I feel like the Jags. I don't even feel good about them at all. Like,
Trevor
even getting in the
Lawrence
playoffs.
sucks. First
Yeah,
of
we
all.
went over this a couple
Well,
weeks ago.
like the Texans defense
I
is really
called
good.
this like 3 years ago.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Noted bust Trevor Lawrence. I don't just throw the word bust around. We've covered that. It takes a real bust
it's
for me
it's
to say.
clear they need to lean on their real playmaker Johnny Munt in order to get the ship righted here.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just doesn't feel great. But
Jacoby Myers, though, game changer.
hey, 3
Thank-
catches and 3 targets.
Thank God you traded for him.
Yep,
to
that will
do
solve
that.
It. That will solve it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get to the Week 11 preview. The Week 11 preview is brought to you by 10K Takes. You get merch like these hats here. We got what do we got? The gritty hat right here. Oh no, this is the Skulldozer. Sorry, the Skulldozer hat. We got the gritty hat, and then of course, if you're a Wild fan, which just started up, we got the Kirill hat, the old school, the throwback logo, the patch, which is pretty sick. We're gonna be actually a group of us are gonna be at the Wild game this weekend on Saturday.
That's huge.
Yeah, which would be pretty sweet. You can find all that merch at 10ktakesmn.com. Okay.
If you go to the Wild game and they lose, you have to like stop going to stuff.
yeah, have you been to a Minnesota event this year that they've won?
No, I don't think.
Did the Gophers win when you went to the game?
Yeah. They kicked the shit out of Nebraska.
Okay, so just
Oh,
go to
okay.
Gopher games.
Yeah.
Just Gopher games, nothing else.
I gotta go to Oregon. Go
are-
to Eugene.
We are gonna get dumpstered.
Yeah, it's me so
yeah.
I don't know. They didn't look great last week.
We
It's
didn't
fucking
look
Oregon, dude.
great.
We're gonna get murdered.
but we haven't looked great the last time we played.
Yeah, we're gonna get murdered.
But we beat that one team by like 60-something points.
Cool.
Okay. All right. Let's start with the Bears at Minnesota. We have finally a hammered heartbreak for the first time since
Week 1.
week 1.
And it's the same. I feel left out.
Yeah,
like
it's-
I'm gonna
it's-
have like 3 in
It's
4
bananas.
weeks.
Yeah, it's
insane.
noon at Fox. We will be in studio.
We should explain Hammered Heartbreak.
Yeah, so Hammer Heartbreak, because it's been a minute since we've had it, for any time our teams play each other, we have 3 shots on the line. And if your team loses, you get to do 3 shots at the top of the show that very next time we record. So, you know, it's a lot at stake.
It's a lot at stake, and
gonna-
it means
we're
we
definitely
don't
gonna
we
need
don't do
something
the
for next
side
week.
bets. Yeah, whose
Yeah, I
turn
gotta-
is it?
it's mine.
Dustin's? Okay.
Yeah, we will definitely need a new one.
A
because
new
this
horrible
is-
flavored whiskey.
This is not going to last for 3 shots at least. So we will be recording this live, streaming it in the studio. It's going to be, I don't know who else is going to be here, but for sure us. Just because
I might not.
What the fuck?
Dustin,
I have a
you're
wh-
one of the two.
I have a wedding in Iowa.
on Sunday at noon?
No, so I'm gonna have to leave super early on Sunday morning to get here in time.
Okay. So
okay.
then do that.
I gotta figure out how long the drive is, but I'm gonna try my best to be here.
Seems
Dustin, if I have to play a Bears
At
fan on
worst,
TV,
at
I'm
worst,
gonna
I would be
pissed.
here probably by halftime.
like okay.
Okay,
That's fine.
we'll see.
Yeah.
Adam and I will be here.
Yes, for
yeah, the
sure.
real fans.
Yeah.
I'll be watching the Packers on my phone.
Season hangs in the balance for the Vikings in this one. Obviously, at 4-5, we, this is it. The offense, if you want to have a chance, I mean, we now have to go. Realistically, you have to be 10-7 to get into the playoffs, and even then, it could come down to tiebreakers. So, offense needs to clean things up in terms of execution, and obviously penalties. We cannot have
And false start 8 times.
eight
No.
false starts or 13 penalties.
7 maximum
You
false
can't.
starts.
Honestly, 7 or less, I'll be happy.
You would not be happy with 7.
It won't be 8.
20 false starts in 2 weeks. That would be something.
Let's do a shot bet on false starts. Over under 7.5.
Yeah, defense, I think they just need to do a better job from the first time containing Caleb Williams, because obviously they did a great job after the first couple of drives against Caleb, but he still was able to get outside the pocket and create, and now we just can't let him do that, because that honestly is what he was able to do against the Giants and ultimately was what led them to beating the Giants.
This is going to be the Zacchaeus 0-point game, so you don't even have to cover him when he's out there. You
Yeah.
just focus on the other two.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
other
Taking
four.
turns.
Yep.
We got Luther Burden out there. He went 3 for 51. He had a decent game. He had some big catches towards the end.
Is that more? Has Golden had more than 51 yards?
Yes. He's had more
I
than
don't
51
think
in at least
51
one
is
game.
Burden's highest though.
Is it not? Has Burden had one more?
Uh,
All right.
So Matthew Golden's topped out at
Yeah.
86.
Burden had 101. Okay.
Luther Burden,
He's gone over 100.
he's gotten over. He did against the Cowboys.
3 for 101.
He's also had -4, -3, 5,
With
and
a touchdown.
-1.
with a touchdown.
Wait, how
though.
do you get negative?
Does he have more total yards? Does he have more receiving yards than Golden?
He's got 222.
No,
Golden
Golden's
has
gotta have more than
262. Yeah,
So close.
it's relatively.
They're lighting
close.
the boards up.
Yeah.
So yeah, if I think we'll see. The defense is going to have to contain Caleb Williams and not let broken plays happen. Obviously, that's what Caleb Williams excels at, is when the play breaks down and he's able to just kind of improvise.
Dustin,
so-
how scared are you of 9?
I mean, I'm not out there. I'm not. I can't talk
Okay.
for the Bears defense.
Okay,
so
yeah,
you'd have to
that's a
ask one
safe
of
that's a
their
safe
players.
answer, but I see what you're going.
So the Bears have a 6-3 record, right? What do you think the combined record is of the teams they've beat? I'm just curious if you.
Well, there's at least 6 losses.
No, not yeah. Okay.
So
Well, I'm not wrong.
He's not gonna guess it. Just tell him.
No, let me guess.
no, yeah.
So
What
how
do you
many-
think? What do you think?
How many games? So there's 9 games.
6.
No,
yeah.
but
Are you
it's
just talking about our
It's the
wins?
teams that you've beaten.
Yes.
So,
So,
the 6
take
teams.
those 6 teams and their records combined together. So that is the Cowboys, Raiders, Commanders, Saints, Bengals, and Giants. It's a murderer's row.
Let's go 18 and whatever.
15, 41, and 1.
It's not too bad.
It's 15, 41, and 1.
It's not
is
too
the
bad.
combined record of the teams you've beaten. So I'm not putting out the F word, but the Bears are 6-3.
It sounds like you are.
No, I'm not.
You're bringing up this whole line of questioning.
I'm just stating the Bears are 6-3. Are they maybe not as good as their record states?
Adam, are the Bears fraudulent?
Potentially.
Well, look at the teams we lost to. We lost to the Lions,
Okay.
who are really good.
By how much?
Well, some of us beat the Lions.
Yeah, some of us did beat the Lions.
Well, you guys got them on off weeks. You guys got them when they were off.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, they were off.
They were coming off a bye when we beat them.
They were coming off a huge bye when we beat them. It was a whole off.
They weren't ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
They weren't in form. We lost to the Ravens,
Don't give the Lions prep time.
and we lost to the Week 1 doesn't count.
Ah, there
Right,
it is.
right.
Right. Sure.
So Kevin, your
He got
win
there.
against
He walked himself.
Yeah, yeah.
Kevin,
he
your
did.
your win against the Lions doesn't count.
Yeah, obviously.
Our loss against the Vikings doesn't count.
Sure.
Right.
What about our win against the Lions?
That
clearly doesn't count.
They weren't in form.
You.
They
you know,
didn't- they
you
didn't
know
give
you're
Junior
on
Gibbs the
you're on
ball.
very solid ground when you're talking about what does and does not count. Yeah.
For his own 6-3 team, that
Kevin,
So-
you make your arguments only
Yeah.
when they fit your.
That is
your,
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why can't I do that?
I don't say that doesn't count though. I
because
just
he at
say
least has like some logic, some twisted logic behind it. You're just like grasping at anything as you're like going along here. You're like you don't even know what's coming next. You're like Michael Scott. Like I just start a sentence and hope I find myself along the way. Like I don't know.
we're
Like,
going on this guy's like, that one doesn't
that
count.
doesn't.
That one doesn't count.
No, you're just making it up. Like
All right,
stick your guns.
so Dustin, how confident would you say you are? Bears coming off 2 wins. Vikings lost last week.
Yeah.
Somewhere between like
Out of 10.
5 and 7.
Out of 10.
Yeah.
So like
How much shit did you talk about?
cautiously optimistic.
It's crazy.
Yeah, because I can't say 10 because if we lose, then I look like an idiot.
Well, I'm not asking you to say 10 necessarily, but
But like have some
I
conviction.
mean, I think we can definitely win this game.
You guys are
I think.
6-3.
Okay.
I mean, our run game has looked really good.
Mhm.
So if we can establish the run, I think we'll be all right. Caleb takes care of the ball really well for how much he dances around and
yeah,
looks
for
like he
how
doesn't
much
know
he
what's
dances
happening.
around. Yeah,
It's
crazy that we're having like the quarterback cringe bowl right now.
I mean, I think if he can distribute the ball evenly, I think we'll have no problem scoring more than 28 points or
Okay.
around 28, I'd say.
okay,
Our
you're walking
defense,
yourself into the over under already.
Yeah.
Our defense, I don't know. Our secondary needs to play a lot better than they did against the Giants.
Which should be easy, right? Because the
yeah,
Giants
I
are
mean-
just stacked
Yep.
at
Giants
wide
are
receiver.
Really good.
Well, yeah, that's why they played. It's like, how did you let
Weapons.
that happen?
Yeah.
Tyrone
I
Tracy,
mean, yeah, they almost
Lee,
threw for like
and
300
Singletary.
yards between Dart and
Motor.
Wilson.
So Dustin, let's do the line.
I do actually have a couple of potential shot. I know it's a hammer heartbreak, but
I was gonna say I feel like usually we want to do like one.
yeah.
bet
So I do
outside of it?
have
Okay.
potential shot bets here.
Okay,
for
what do you
this
got?
game because the Packers Giants. I don't feel like there's nothing narrative
There's
there.
nothing
Right. So
fun
I feel like if
there
it's
at
gonna be a
all.
shot bet
Yeah.
at stake, it has to be this one.
Okay.
So I have a safe one, a kind of a boring one, and then I got a bit of a spicy one that I'm curious.
I want the spicy one.
Well, let me just say this: the boring one is just because clearly the Bears have established get the ball to Rome. Jefferson Adunze full PPR.
That's silly. That's a silly bet.
Yeah, I don't.
He outscored him by a lot this past week.
Yeah,
it's
but
1 week.
But if you look at like JJ is like a premier wide receiver in the league who's coming off of a week where he was like did not perform, and they're going to want to feed him.
He had like a 12 targets or 11 targets or whatever.
Yeah,
Oh, targets.
and he didn't catch any of them, which is a whole nother
Yeah.
discussion. Okay, what's your other one?
My spicy one is JJ McCarthy versus Caleb Williams fantasy points, but it's JJ plus 300. So 3 shots if JJ outscores Caleb. You can obviously defer as the season goes on.
That feels like you just do
Wait,
not
what?
believe in JJ at
no,
all.
I'm just saying you guys have both have very
You think
strong
Caleb
feelings.
Williams is good?
You have both very strong feelings about JJ McCarthy, and like you specifically do, especially in this game. And Caleb's been a very solid fantasy quarterback. The last
How
stretch
about
here.
we just do Jordan Love versus Jackson Dart plus 1,000?
Jackson
But Jackson
Dart's
Dart might
not
not
playing
play.
shots.
Jackson Dart might not play.
Yeah, I'm making the point that like that plus 300 is insane.
Well, I don't
There are
think
two quarterbacks playing on. You could argue that JJ is on a better offense.
Bears fans would not argue that.
No, they wouldn't. But I'm saying like you could make that argument.
I'm
a
just
sane
saying,
person
like-
could make that argument.
He literally just said Caleb protects the ball. McCarthy has thrown
Like
interceptions.
the last time we did a 3-1 bet, it was Matthew going 3 touchdowns in one game.
Yeah, this doesn't feel like the same.
No, that was a moonshot by me. So what's your spicy one?
that is the spicy one.
What's the third one then?
I didn't say I had 3.
Oh, I thought you had like a spicy, a mild, and a medium.
I never said
I thought you
I
were
had
going
3.
Chipotle out
I said
here.
I had
Okay.
2 potential shot bets.
Okay. I don't really like either of those.
I don't
Plus
either.
200, 2 for 1.
I feel like you gotta. Why are you handicapping your boy?
I'm just saying, like, you guys have clearly, you especially, have had a lot of thoughts on J.J. McCarthy being terrible. And, like, the Bears are so much better. And, you like,
Yeah, I've had a lot of thoughts on them
just-
both being
I don't
bad.
know.
So can I just get even odds on that?
I don't know. I just feel like, it's.
Feels a little.
What? How many points did Caleb
All right,
Williams
I'll
score
give you.
this past
I'll give you
week?
2-1.
How many points did Caleb just score this
Like
week?
27 or
And
something like
JJ
that.
got like 16. Like,
So if Caleb wins, Adam takes 1 shot, and if JJ wins, Dustin takes 2.
correct.
That's a terrible bet for you, Dustin.
Why?
Because
Has there been a moment where Caleb's been outscored by JJ?
I don't know, honestly. I haven't looked at their scores.
I'm like,
That
I feel
that
like
feels
it's-
like a crazy handicap to give your future to the franchise. But if that's how confident you are, okay. I will take the JJ McCarthy side. I'm gonna ride with 9.
Okay.
I get my war paint on. I'm gonna feed the wolf.
Okay.
All right.
All right. What do you think the line is here? Line has moved.
Dustin, you're
So is
going.
the-
Oh God.
Oh God. Are we doing? Wait, was
I-
that full PBR fantasy?
I don't even know
points,
who's gonna
or
be favored
6
here.
point?
Full point. Yeah, 6 point. Our score.
I'll say it's Bears minus 1.5.
Give me Bears minus 1.
So it opened at Vikings minus 2.5.
What?
It's Vikings minus 3.5.
How?
Maybe it's the Bears beating a combined 15 and 41 and 1.
I wish you would just say the word fraudulent.
I'm not
I'm
not pulling a you.
I called the Eagles fraudulent, and they were fraudulent.
Yeah.
That was like 2 years ago. All right, so we have that.
Kevin,
Dustin,
if the Vikings win, will I be calling the Bears
Dustin,
fraudulent?
you
Maybe.
realize that if the Vikings beat you and JJ plays well, you're going to have to take 5 shots.
That's fine.
Okay.
He's gonna be really behind
I
the
just
eight ball
put that
hammer.
together in my own. Yeah, okay. All right, so let's go to my game. Or no, over under.
Over-under.
Over under.
This has moved quite a bit.
I'm going to say 43.5.
I'll take 44.
It was 45.5. It is now 48.5.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Who's not playing on defense? Someone already ruled out?
Our team, no. Oh, Grenard possibly. Grenard might have a broken.
I thought I saw he was like kind of okay.
We'll see. We'll see. The way he got off the field didn't look great, but we'll see how it goes.
All right, well, the sweep is dead on a low week. That's annoying.
All right, other game here. Packers travel to East Rutherford, take on the Giants. If Dart can't play, then the Packers will continue their generational run of playing backup quarterbacks.
And playing like old quarterbacks too. Yeah, like we keep like the stars keep aligning. I feel like Dart's probably going to play.
I really hope he does.
There's a lot that's been made of it's like the fourth time or something like that he was like looked at for a concussion.
Sixth. This is the sixth time.
But he hasn't actually gotten one until now.
No, he's the sixth time he's
So-
been
Maybe
evaluated
he's just
for
really
concussion.
good
He's
at
getting
the
little
concussion
micro
protocol.
concussions. Yeah, he's memorized the concussion protocol. He can get out of the tent like that.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming he'll play. I mean, if he doesn't, that's a boon for the Packers unless they go Jameis, which just full chaos. That would scare the
Darius Slayton go
Jesus out of me. Yeah.
Jalen Hyatt will probably catch a touchdown.
But what I'm more concerned about is the interim coach bump, which is very real.
That was just announced today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Giants faithful is going to be out as much as they can be to support the Dable-less Giants. I mean, I don't know.
I feel like it's odd firing Dable when with Dart now showing I don't know.
I mean, he's let teams back in
I honestly
four times
I honestly
this
think
year.
they probably would have won if Dart played the rest of the game.
Probably, but I think they just wanted to get rid of him.
guess, but
think
then
I don't know.
keep
They
Joe
did.
Shane,
They
but then
did
they
run
keep
the
Joe
ball down the
Shane.
field with Wilson at quarterback.
I mean, this is a game the Packers should win.
How many
and
times have
I
we said that?
have said that before, and they have lost/tied
3 times.
3 times. So this is the type of game. We also were recording this before Monday Night Football starts, so
Either 6-2-1 or
anything could happen.
5-3-1, or I guess I could be 5-2-2.
Yeah, oh yeah, hell yeah. Another tie. Let's go.
2 ties.
I wonder what
Actually,
the
that would
record
make the
is for
math.
ties in
That
a
would
year.
make the math a lot easier because it would basically just be a win and a loss if you had
Correct.
2 ties. Yeah. So we don't know. I don't want to be optimistic and assume they're going to beat the Eagles, but I think barring anything crazy in that game, which has yet to happen, I mean the Packers have to win this game. This is the last
Must win.
This is the last layup
Must win
on
or
the
can't
schedule. This is a can't lose.
Yeah.
Because, like I just said, this is the last layup on the schedule. We have a bunch of division games. We have the Eagles right now, and then we have the Ravens, Broncos.
Yeah.
And that's the rest of the schedule. All of those matter.
You're going to
all
be
of
so
those.
conflicted during the Broncos game.
What do you
Like
mean?
a Bo Lever.
Oh, well, no. I mean, more than the Steelers game with the generational quarterback I grew up watching on the other.
Maybe.
Oh, do you think I like Bo more than Aaron Rodgers?
I don't know. Sometimes. I wonder.
No, I will be firmly anti-Bo. I just like to talk about how you guys got fleeced. So yeah, this is a don't fuck it up. This is a can't lose, and I feel very not confident in them right now. Especially, honestly, I might feel more confident in them if they lose to the Eagles in 30 minutes because at least then they'll be focused. I feel like they get these big primetime wins, and then they come out and
You guys losing to the Panthers was massive against the Eagles. I mean, now we could be listening to this otherwise. Like, if you guys beat the Panthers barely, then that's different. But you guys losing.
Yeah, it sucks, dude. So I don't know. Am I doing spread here?
Yep.
Oh, also one thing to mention: the Eagles didn't even let Jair travel with the team. That's shitty. That's just like a shitty.
He would have had a generational game, I bet.
Well, they thought he.
Well, 'cause
even
they
if
said
he was
he
on the
wasn't-
sideline, he probably
They
would
said
have
he
caused
wasn't
problems.
like acclimated to the defense or whatever, which is probably true. But like, let him show up and be there in
that helps
sweats
him
and like
get more
see all of his
acclimated
old
to it.
buddies on the Packers. Like he knows those guys. I don't know. It's just shitty. Okay, so we got Packers at Giants. I'm gonna say this is Packers minus 7.5.
That's pretty close to where I wanted to go.
Did you feel the pain in my voice when I said that?
I'll take Packers minus 8.
Ding, ding, ding. It started at Packers minus 8.5. It is now Packers minus 7.5.
Let's go.
Stupid one. I can't even get it right.
Yep.
Over under.
Chance.
This is not moved.
Over under.
Gentlemen sweep at play.
Let's put it at
He's thinking. He's doing math. I can see it.
44.
He's biting his lip. 44.5.
Ding, ding, ding.
No.
It's going to be 44 and a half.
It's 44 and a half.
Halves. Why am I guessing?
I don't know why.
Oh,
when you
you're
went
just
when you
in
went a
whole
whole number, I
numbers.
was like, whoa. All right.
Oh, Dustin. All right.
Okay.
Nice.
That's going to do it. Thanks for listening to our episode of 10K TV presented by 10,000 Takes. Go to their website at 10ktakesmn.com. Find them on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and Threads. If you just search 10K Takes, you can also find us on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Threads at Status Goal 10K, where we post links to episodes each week, as well as clips from the episode, highlights, reactions, memes, news for the Vikings, Packers, Bears, as well as the NFC North and NFL in general, if it's big enough. We are 10 weeks in, but it's
Time flies when you're having fun.
Time is flying. We are already in the
I haven't even been having fun most
no,
of the time.
No,
so I don't really.
it's been a roller coaster, literally. Yeah.
Everyone tune into the stream next week.
Yeah, stream in studio. We will be here for
sure. Adam and Kevin.
Yeah, and then
Dustin
probably
might
some
make
other
an
people.
appearance if he's got time.
Sarge might be. I know he's usually here for streams, but we'll see. We got to try to run it back with him just because he was here for week 1 the last time we were on,
And we all had such a good time with that game.
Such a great time.
That game didn't suck.
No,
At
not
all.
Not at all. Yeah, I've been your host, Adam Oz, who, of course, supports the Vikings, supported with my co-host, Kevin Olm, who rides with the Packers, producer, Dustin Luco, who supports the Bears, and we got actual producer, Ryan, over there. We're coming down the wire here.
We're rolling.
We're rolling.
Rolling
The
deep.
playoff picture, I'm sure, won't be messy at all, and it's just going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. A lot of fun here at 10K Takes. Kevin, final words.
Feed the wolves.